June 19th, Cabin by the Sea, new album from the Dirty Heads. Jared from the band joins me on the phone. Jared, how you been, man?
I'm doing really good.
Some people might not know maybe the origin of where your band name comes from. I've read it. I think it's a really funny story, and I just got to ask you, how did you become the Dirty Heads?
Do you really want me to tell you the honest truth? Because for a while there, we were just lying to people. Like, we would just do, like, the movie Step Brothers or, say, Saving Private Ryan. Like, we would just make things up.
The story I know involves stealing a few things, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That was one instance of it, and that was probably us just embellishing. But when we were younger, the way that we met is our older brothers were friends. Me and Dustin's older brothers were friends, and we were like the tag-along little kids like that wanted to hang out and, you know, buy us beer and do all this. Like, we were just the little punk kids that were hanging out. It was a nickname given to us, you know, and that was probably because we kept stealing beer. We would, like, they would make us do all the stuff to, like, get respect from them, you know. We were the, like, little picked-on little dirty kids, and they used to call us Dirty Heads. And then once we started writing our first songs, we would, like, use that.
So had you been maybe more proper young gentleman, not stealing beer all the time, do you think you would have called something else?
Probably. Like, what if, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what we would have called it.
Just something totally random, eh?
Yeah, like something smart.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the Dirty Heads. It's a fine band name.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm proud.
Excellent, man. Now, on your last album, you had so many different collaborations. You had Rome, you had Slash, you had M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold, and I've noticed Rome is back on the new record, as well as you got some more collaborations. So I want to know, when you're writing songs, do you hear someone specific on the track, or does it just sort of come out of just jamming with those guys and, oh, yeah, that works. That sounds cool.
You know what? That's funny to ask, because you kind of do. We kind of heard, you know, there's certain songs that you hear that go, you know, who would sound really dope on this? And with Rome, we had so much success with Lay Me Down, and we both got to come up through that song, and it was both our babies, so it was totally fitting for us to have Rome on it. And he's a close friend, always in the studio. We always write together, whether it's for Dirty Heads or his stuff, or just randomly just writing together. So he's always in the studio, so that was always really cool. And the cool thing about that is the song that we got him on this time is 100% different than Lay Me Down. Like, we got him on like a very Beastie Boys hip-hop, like grimy, funky song, you know, very the hip-hop side of Dirty Heads. We had Rome on it. You know, we're not going to go try and write another Lay Me Down. That would be cheeseball. But the songs that we did get, we got Modest Yahoo on a track called Dance All Night, and the summer tour came from that session in the studio. And as soon as we wrote the song, we were like, yo, Modest Yahoo would be crushing on the song. And he came down and he did it. And we got Del the Funky Homo Sapien, which, if you don't know who he is, he's a, you know, kind of an underground rapper, but a very legendary rapper. And he was the rapper on the Gorillaz' first album. So we got him. I've been a big fan of him since, you know, back in the day when I started skateboarding. And then we did a song called Your Love, and there's a line in it which talking about, you know, listening to Bob Marley, like, on the weekend with your girlfriend. It's this very cool song, and we were like, well, since we mentioned Bob Marley in it, what if we could get one of the more rootsier Marleys? You know, Damien's very gangster, so we're like,
right.
We looked and we asked Kaimani Marley and got one of Bob Marley's sons on our song. So it was just like everybody that we could think of that we wanted, like, they were down, and it was such an honor for them to come in and lay their talents down and take the songs that we have and just make them so much better. You know, I feel like without them, I don't know if we would have even used the songs, you know.
Well, and that's what I love about the music community, when people just sort of jump on each other's songs. It's a good collaborative effort, and you all get to play around. So is there anybody you really want to work with in the future? We
always really were always, like, our dream, the Beastie Boys, and, you know, rest in peace, MTA. That was a huge blow to us and a bummer, but that was always our one huge, like, we were waiting for that goal. And, you know, maybe Ad Rock, they're not doing something, that could still be a possibility. I always wanted to hear Ben Harper on something more hip-hoppy. I feel like that would be a really cool collaboration.
Take a little step back from the soulful rock that he does, eh?
Yeah, like, get him on some, you know, because he was something that we grew up listening to. I'm sure he's influenced some of our stuff, but, like, I love how Jack Johnson did a bunch of, like, hip-hop remixes. I always love to hear Ben Harper's voice, so that would be a cool collaboration. It'd
be cool if you guys actually got together with Sublime, with Rome, and did a whole thing. Have you guys ever toured together?
Yeah, we did. We went on a tour with Sublime with Rome right when Lay Me Down had success, and we did that whole summer tour. We used to have Rome come up, and we'd go up with him, so it was fun. We did a bunch of musical collaborations that tour.
Now, notice on the new album, Cabin by the Sea, you also have a song that's called Hipster. I want to know, is this a song that's sort of celebrating hipster or poking fun at the culture?
It's definitely, it was one line, it was one punchline that Duddy had in his verse that I just died. It was a hilarious line about fixed gears and moccasins. I'll let you know, you'll hear the song. song. And it was just one small line, and I just thought it was so genius. And the whole hipster fixed gear fad was so big at the time, a couple months back when he was writing it, that I was like, we would just call it hipster. We didn't know what name the song was going to be. We just kind of, whatever comes to you, we would name it. And then everybody was like, you're going to name it hipster? That's only one lyric in a song. You're not going to name it, what you say in the chorus. And then we realized we are like the laziest song namers ever, because we always just name the song what you say most in the chorus. So we were like, no more of that. We're naming it different things now.
Well, I always love the songs that they have the titles that have no sort of recollection with the song. They don't have that lyric anywhere in the track.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't have anything to do with it. Like that was some inside joke, and they're like, let's make that the name. So that's what we were thinking. We were like, all right, maybe we should be a little bit more clever with this.
So the album, Cabin by the Sea, comes out June 19th. Obviously, you got that sort of like Southern California kind of sound. Influences from the likes of Sublime and all that kind of ska scene. What else can we expect from this record?
I think we focused our sound a little more on this. I think we kind of got a little bit away from that. It's very, it's a kind of a conceptual album, and it's very, like stoner, hippie, acid, go get naked in the woods kind of album. So I think people are going to enjoy it, but it's still very Dirty Heads, very positive, very uplifting, and very fun.
Well, Jared from the Dirty Heads, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.